back, and we are here with two magnificent producers. We're here with Andre and Nick. So we are so curious. The Parent-Teacher Conference is your film. You know, let's start by talking, what motivated you to produce this film?
Yeah, of course. So Nick's the writer, and he'll tell you about the story, but I wanted to do a short film. Nick's my friend.
Yes.
I was like, you're a great writer, give me a script, and I loved the script. He wrote it like 2 years ago, and I've always thought it was great, and we just put it together. Now,
Nick, you are the writer, and have such respect for that writing process, you know, because I'm a writer myself.
Mm-hmm.
What, you could tell our viewers, what is the film about?
So it's about just a parent and a teacher getting together to have a conference about the student, the mother's daughter, obviously.
Right.
And yeah, it's about, they find out that the daughter has been cheating on the tests, and they're just trying to find out about what has been happening there.
Okay.
And it ends up being sort of a comedic and sort of dramatic just feud between them.
Right, right. You know, it's funny because it seems like it's just, you know, from what you're describing, you know, one simple scene, but I can only imagine, you know, from a, you know, producer, director, even writing it, there is probably so many different messages and themes that are going through that. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah,
absolutely. So many dynamics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, and it's and exactly what you said. It's literally one scene, so we have to be able to get all of that out there using the proper shots, using the proper timing and editing and everything. And it's difficult. It's not as simple as it seems.
No, not at all. So let's talk about the teacher, for example. What type of demeanor does the teacher take on?
So she's a younger, she's more new to everything, and she hasn't had to really deal with many tough parents yet.
Okay.
And so she comes to the thing, and she ends up accidentally getting defensive, and then like going back and saying, "Oh no," always trying to really make the mother see her point.
Right.
And
okay.
she's very open and understanding.
And I was discussing with you guys, you know, earlier, is that I have 3 children, so I've been in those parent-teacher conferences, and, you know, I sympathize with the teacher, and I know from a parent standpoint some of the mistakes, honestly, that I have made. So, you know, let's talk from the parent standpoint. How did you portray the parents?
Yeah, it's also not completely meant to just make the parents seem like the terrible people.
Right.
You know, one time I had a reading with some people, and what surprised me the most about it was how much people actually related to the parent and her message and what she was trying to do. So I definitely wrote her more sympathetic than I thought I was going to.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, she does have her own point. She does have her own, what she's trying to do.
Yes, yes. And within the scene as well, you know, we talk about, and we made a point to talk about this earlier, is about the student and messages that you're putting out with the movie as far as as parents, what is our motivation in getting tutoring for our children? Can you comment on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to?
Yeah. So a lot of people, if your student is truly doing bad in school, you want them to at least be somewhat good. And I think the motivation for that comes from
Our
just
culture.
Yeah, a lot of it comes from the culture. But yeah, this is more about the extremes, about when a student is doing fine, but then the parent wants them to be the best.
Right, right. Yeah. So we have to ask ourselves, don't we, as parents, is, you know, what is our motivation behind getting a tutor, for example, for our children? Is it because we personally, for us, want them to have that A? Or is it that we truly want them to feel the best about themselves and really have that knowledge? Does the film address that concept?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think one of the main messages we're putting out there is we live in a culture that really emphasizes the importance of getting an A over learning. And it's a really big distinction, because you can learn more than you have ever learned before by getting a B sometimes than getting an A. And it's really about how much effort you put into, how much you actually get out of it personally, as opposed to, oh, I got the best grade ever. Because if everyone got 100s all the time, what's the point of it anyway?
Right.
And it's also more, what is success, what determines success, and which of those things that he was talking about, which one is the true measure of success.
Yes, yes, I understand that. So I must know, I mean, coming up with the idea for writing this, did you pull this idea from any personal experiences of yours?
Just the interactions in general.
Yes.
I created a specific situation where the daughter is cheating, and I used that as a place to hang all of my own experiences onto.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very creative. You're almost taking like a foundation and you kind of built on it, didn't you? Yes.
Yep.
And I understand too, just hearing about a little bit about the process of making the film. I mean, you both produced it.
Yeah.
Am I correct to say you wrote it, you directed and edited.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
I hope so. Okay. All right. So I would love to know about the process. How was it to write it? How was it to edit it, for example?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it all starts with the writing and the story. So yeah.
Yeah, in writing, I mean, you always go through multiple drafts.
Yes.
But this film in particular, I had such a clear idea of what I wanted to do with it and where I was going with it.
Right.
It's one of the most fully formed first drafts that I think I've ever had, which was very cool.
Yeah.
And then I took
that.
I took that script and I envisioned it. I thought about how I wanted to present it, and we kind of just put it together. We got a team of people who wanted to get involved. We got some great actresses, and we made it happen. The production was one day, and then the process was like a month to edit it and get it to the sound design and the colorists and all that stuff. But that's pretty much the process. It was very intense.
That is incredible, and that is intense. So from start to finish,
A
how
month,
long did it
1 month.
take? You are kidding
Well,
me.
that was
Yeah, that-
after the script had already been written.
Yeah, after the script. Yes, after the script.
How long did it take you to write the script?
A month or two.
Wow, it's still.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I mean, my hat is
I
off
know.
to you, right? That's amazing.
Looking back, I'm like, whoa.
Yes, yes, and now you're promoting it, and this is so
Yeah.
incredibly wonderful. So you were involved with this year's Palm Beach Film Festival.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so for viewers out there, can you tell them when your film will debut in case they want to come see it?
Yeah, of course. Our film's coming out on this Saturday, April 1st at Heizer University, the day of shorts, or session one. Throughout the day, they're going to be showing a lot of films by
Right.
some international short filmmakers and some local too. And then after session two, it's the student showcase people from the student showcase like 2 weeks ago.
Right, yes.
So it's going to be worth sticking around for that session too. And then that's pretty much it. Everything's happening on Saturday.
That is incredible. So, I always, when I'm looking at movies or films to look at, I look for something that I know I'm going to take that little bit of something away that's going to improve my life. And I know that's what our viewers want as well. So what, in viewing your film, how will they leave? What will they be feeling, and what will they learn from it?
I hope that they leave the film and they're open to the idea of, I hope they leave the film and they don't have like a concrete, like, she's right, she's wrong.
Right.
I want them to think about it.
Yeah.
So I want this to really just open the door of thought to what really measures success, what really is an A even anyway, so
Right.
That's what I hope they get out of it, as opposed to she's a horrible character, she's right, you know what I'm
Right.
So you
saying?
want
same-
to open some minds,
Yes.
right? Yes.
But at the same time, I just want them to enjoy it.
Yeah,
there are a
absolutely.
lot of like interesting, funny, fun parts. There are some tense parts. So we really hope that the audience feels all of that.
Yeah, I hope they laugh like we did when we produced it.
I mean, yes, laughter is so incredible. We do a lot of laughing here, I'll tell you. So you really have a component of education because you're kind of getting a message. You're entertaining because of the humor.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that empowers some people as well. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're going to take this opportunity. We're going to take a break, okay? And we will be right back with Andre and Nick. Welcome to PlumbTalk Productions, a full-service production company based in West Palm Beach, Florida. Business owners know that every second of the day is a unique opportunity to reach out to an audience and make an impact. Which marketing options do we dive into and spend our hard-earned dollars? Here at PlumbTalk Productions, we have done our research and we can sum it up all in one word: video. How powerful is video? Well, let's look at some percentages. How about 64%? After watching a video, 64% of users are more likely to buy a product or service online. 100%. YouTube reports that mobile video consumption rises 100% every year. How about 200%? It has been documented that video and email leads to 200 to 300% increase in click-through rates. Oh yes, audiences are most certainly expecting more and expecting it faster. In a day and age when people are overwhelmed with facts and time is limited, they want information in real time. They want it immediately. Video is the perfect medium for that. PlumbTalk Productions is a full-service production company dedicated to helping you find your voice in an efficient, competent, and creative manner through video. What do? The sky is the limit, really. We are pleased to offer many services from on-location shoots to promotional video and customized Facebook Live video. If you can dream it, we can stream it. That's what we say, and that is the truth. Are customers paying attention? People ask us that all the time. Oh yes, the customers are certainly paying attention to video. That is why we must, as business owners, make every second count and increase revenue through the power of video. At PlumbTalk Productions, we can do this fast and affordably with the quality our consumers expect. So, reach out. Reach out now. We're easy to reach through our website at PlumbTalkProductions.com. Call us at 561-855-0764. Don't wait. Now is the time for video. We are dedicated to helping you make every moment count.
Well, hey everyone. I don't think I've laughed this much in a long time. These guys are a hoot to be with. You know, and you know what is so incredible about you guys and what you just told me is that this is your first film.
Yeah.
And you produced it and directed it and wrote it all within 2-month period. Am I right in
Yeah.
saying that?
Yeah, that's
How do you do that?
a lot of ambition. You have to be pretty ambitious because
Right.
it's
Cut out all of your free time.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, be willing to work late.
Right, exactly. Oh my goodness. So, you know, in concluding the interview, can you give our viewers maybe some words of advice or words of wisdom, maybe something that you have learned personally from producing this film?
Yeah, I'll start. I think it's important because this is my first film, and
Yes.
it's being screened at this festival, and it's kind of crazy for me personally. But I would just say that I wouldn't be able to have done this if I didn't believe that I could from the beginning. So it's really important to believe in yourself that you can get to where you want to be. Because this is my first film, and I'm very excited for my next film and the ones moving forward. So it's one of those things where if you think you can do it, you just do it. Just go and do it. You know, it's not.
Right.
It's not. Don't sit around waiting for your producer to give you money and so that you can buy the right camera. Do it however you can, and spend your own money, spend your own time,
Yes.
and just dedicate yourself fully to yourself.
You know, that reminds me. It reminds me of a quote. Can I share it with you guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not my quote, but it says something to the effect: "Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right."
That's so true.
That's exactly what that reminds me
Yeah,
of.
that's
because
exactly it.
both of you made up your mind that you can do this.
Yeah.
And you did it. So it's wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So about producing,
Yes.
yeah, basically the same thing that he said. Just put your mind to it, and you can do it no matter what it is. I mean, you might not be so good at first, but if you just keep on doing it, then eventually you'll get good.
Yes.
But more about the film itself. Just think about the school system. Think about why we do these things. I think that's the main thing that I want people
Right.
to think about.
You know, just highlighting, you know, the parent-teacher dynamic, right? And what is it all about? Is it about the parents? Is it about the teachers? Well, you know, after talking to you guys, my mind is a little more open because it's really not about those things, is it?
Yeah.
It's about the child and all of those units working together for the sake of the child.
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you have any naysayers in this production? Meaning, you know, because we and what we have done, there has been people who told us we couldn't do it and we'd never do it in that time period. And did you ever have any of that?
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
you always have naysayers, whether you think so or not. Sometimes they don't tell you, sometimes they do.
Yes.
You know, I know people who might have seen it, like who I've maybe shown a clip to or something, and they were like, yeah, this isn't even good. Like, I don't know why you're doing this, you know. But it's important to just ignore that and just
Right.
and just go forward with it and just keep doing it. I mean, like, you guys have an awesome studio here. I mean, I don't think anyone can deny that. So people who are naysayers at the end, that's all they end up being, naysayers and not doers, you know.
Right, and you gotta realize what that's motivated by.
Exactly.
And you know what? We salute you here. I mean, because you took
Thank you.
that and you built a tremendous film, and I hope that our viewers have a chance to take a look at it.
Thank you, thank you. And should the film is, again, it's coming out on this Saturday, April 1st at Heizer University, and you can get tickets at pbifilmfest.org.
That's perfect,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Okay, and that actually brings up a good question, because I know some of our viewers are going to see the film, but they're probably going to have questions for both of you personally.
Oh,
so
yeah.
where would you point them if they want to learn more about the film, learn more about you as producers and directors and writers?
Yeah. So you can go to my website. It's aheizerfilms.com, or you can actually just like me on Facebook and then message me on Facebook, because I'll just reply to you right there. And it's
Okay.
my Facebook is Heizer Films, so it's pretty simple to find actually. And then Nick, he lives down the street from me, so
Yeah, I'm still setting up all of my personal writing-based social media,
Yes.
but for now you can contact
Yeah.
me through him as well.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Well, I'll tell you what, on behalf of the entire PlumbTalk team, we thank you guys for
Thank
being
you for
here
having
today.
us.
Oh,
Thank
we
you.
loved having you. This has been wonderful. So for all you viewers out there, this has been another segment of From the Hip. And, you know, until next time, we will be back shortly with another engaging topic. Thank you.